So how about the Jazz comments over the weekend, Jay?
Damn Jazz fans.
The best ones are where, like, some dude comes into the comments, he's like, you guys are casual. You guys are just a couple of casuals.
You're casual.
What do you know?
Apparently.
I love it. I love it. You're casuals.
You're casual.
Yeah,
Come on,
look, you casual.
Come on, man.
Pricks.
Come on, that's the best you can do in the comments?
Yeah.
Well, you're casual.
I
Yeah,
love
thanks,
that.
dude. Everybody says that to us. Appreciate it.
Should we give him the almighty? I mean, since, he said we're casuals.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Here, let me move this.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Should we give him the almighty?
We can.
The guy who commented about us being casuals. And I don't mean the Xbox Series X that we're giving away. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. All you have to do is subscribe. We're talking about a much larger package.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, set your package on the table, Jake.
Damn.
Woo! That thing is
Yeah.
huge. Look at that thing.
Size does indeed matter, friends.
That is a PS5. 8K power. So here's what we're doing.
Okay, I'm going to take this down now because it's very large and encumbering, and,
Yeah, you're intimidated by it. So to win this PS5 right here, all you have to do, wait, don't move it yet. All you have to do is follow us on TikTok, The Monty Show, MONTY, The Monty Show _ at the end. The Monty Show _ at the end. That is to win the PS5 8K power, yo. So it's a TikTok follow contest. Once we get to 4,000 followers on TikTok, we'll give this away. Okay? The Xbox Series X, all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel and then tag us on social media. You can tag us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. All of them are The Monty Show. MONTY, The Monty Show. You must be subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you are listening on audio podcast, this is not rocket science.
You're casual.
Just subscribe to the... If you are listening on the audio podcast, go to themontyshow.com, which takes you directly to our YouTube channel and hit subscribe. That's all you have to do.
And by the way, for
yes.
the PS5, I just would like to add, you just have to follow us, right? Like that's all
TikTok.
that's required. But
On TikTok. Follow us on TikTok.
On TikTok. You have to follow us to be entered to win the PS5.
On TikTok.
However, you may or may not be able to help your cause by, tagging us in TikTok content that you've created and stuff and machinations. So.
Yeah, if you tag us on TikTok comment, or if you create a TikTok video to try and win the PS5, your chances probably are better. Just saying.
Just saying.
Everybody's melting down.
Oh, God.
JP Steve Shanahan says first. Kenny says Jazz are injured. I'm so sad. Tanner says, morning, guys. Glad Karen Rogers lost.
Who the fuck are you?
You guys can ship that PS5 over to me if you want. Jeremy Bolton says, well, hello there. Chris Karn says, guys, did you even watch any sports this weekend? Nah, we're casual.
You're casual.
Yeah, we're casual. Don't. Kenny says, so Mike Conley for Marcus Smart, or is it too soon?
He's a bum.
Edgar Garcia says, the freaking Jazz are on a downhill spiral, unfortunately. On the other hand, oh, my God, that Bills KC game.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I like Star Wars, but I'm not a crazy fan. Okay.
You're casual.
Yeah, you're a casual. I got news for you right now. The Utah Jazz are in big trouble. The injuries last night to Rudy Gobert's calf cost them the game. If Rudy Gobert's in the game on the last play of the game, there's a much better opportunity that he gets a putback, right? Hurt, not in, they lose to Golden State. On a night where Steph Curry shot 1 of 13.
Yeah.
You look at Bojan Bogdanovic, if his knee injury is significant, and we have no indication it is or is not, we don't know. He stayed in the game, scored 20 points, and they lost. You look at Donovan Mitchell in concussion protocol. I do not buy into the rumors that Donovan doesn't have a concussion. He simply is, they're trying to trade him. I have not heard word one that is the case. I know a lot of people asked about that over the weekend. I do not believe any of that. I have not been told that in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But what I do believe is the Jazz are in serious trouble. You are now looking at falling below that number 5 spot in the West, heading into the All-Star break. And that is a brutal place to be. Absolutely brutal. And as you trunch through this to the NBA trade deadline, which is on February 10th, I mean, this has to be impacting the thinking of Ryan Smith and Danny Ainge. It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how it isn't. And you know that the Jazz right now are one of the most active teams on the phone trying to make a deal. Jake, my feeling is that activity level has to pick up.
Yeah, it's going to pick up, and I think that as long as the Jazz continue to trend down for whatever reason, whether it is injuries or otherwise, while you're trending down, I think it just incentivizes the front office to get this thing going. And in terms of like I'm not going to call it a rebuild, but in terms of making deals and moving guys and getting the process of remaking the roster going. And I don't think they're going to do a thing where they're, the worst team in the league level rebuild, but I definitely think there's going to be some guys who are moved, like we've been saying. So, I think, the reason you're bad or you're going the wrong direction almost doesn't matter at this point. Right now it's injuries, concussions and calf strains and knee issues and whatever it is. But I just think overall the Jazz are just in this weird place. They're a good team, but they're going through a lot of stuff. And it is what it is right now. Like that, I feel like that's the best way to describe it. You as a Jazz fan can be really pissed that this team is losing. But I don't think, it's not the fault of any individual person. First it was Quinn wasn't playing more than 7 guys. Now it's injuries and concussions and COVID. I mean, what's next? What's the next hurdle they're going to have to jump over? So I just think that this team is good enough to get into the postseason, but not good enough to win anything. And that's a really tough spot to be in. And I think as Jazz fans, you have super high expectations that they're going to go out and make an NBA Finals appearance, and they're not equipped to do that right now. So, yeah, I think, being that you're sliding down and you're 7 games behind the 1 seed or whatever it is, and, you're just not in a great place, I do think that accelerates the process of trading guys. I think that they will pick up the pace for sure.
Well, I think you have to pick up the pace, and I think, frankly, a lot of times you have an idea of what you want to do, and then circumstances either back that up or dictate a change. And right now, I think circumstances are dictating a change. You're not going to win an NBA championship this year. Even at 100%, I think most people agree the Utah Jazz are a cut below the best teams in the NBA. It will be interesting to see exactly what this Jazz team does. You're asking far too much out of Rudy Gobert defensively when he is not in the game. I think it's very clear that teams attack the basket even more. Andrew Wiggins just going right at Rudy Gobert repeatedly last night. Jordan Clarkson getting dropped by Poole last night. The defense is the issue on this team. You have plenty of offense, but your defense is going to struggle. And it's not that you lost to Golden State last night. That's not the issue. The issue is you continue to lose to inferior teams because they are built to attack your weaknesses.
You're losing games you should win.
And I would agree with that. You are losing games that you should win. But now you're back-to-back against the Phoenix Suns, and I just think the Phoenix Suns are the best team in the NBA right now.
Yeah, back-to-back against the Suns heading into the Grizzlies. Good luck, right? I mean, that's really, really difficult. And we told you early last week, I specifically mentioned that this stretch from, I want to say I think it's the 17th of January all the way through, I think, February 6th or whatever it is. They play a ton of playoff teams. They play a ton of really good teams, a ton of very athletic teams. So this stretch is going to test the mettle of this team. But I was getting DMs last night from Jazz fans saying that the Jazz are unlucky and that, they should have won this game. And I agree with half of that. I agree they should have won the game, but I don't think they're unlucky. I think they turned the ball over a lot last night. I think as much as you talk about their defensive, deficiencies, if you will, last night, Gary Payton II had, 3 gimme layups on just straight-up turnovers that he just stole the ball from. I think it was Clarkson, and then one was Bogdanovic, if memory serves. So if you take care of the ball more and you're not throwing the ball away and not turning it over, you probably win this game. And that's the thing, too. Like, I think last night you played far from your best basketball, right, in a tight game against one of the best teams in the league. So it's kind of this conundrum. I do think Quinn Snyder was better last night in terms of his coaching and his tactics. I do think that the Eric Paschals of the world need to get more minutes. And now we're not the only ones saying it, You've got Tony Jones saying it. You've got the beat writers saying it, I look at Trent Forrest. Holy crap.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that we're something other than casuals?
You're casual.
Are you sure?
You know what we are?
Americans.
We're U.S.
Americans.
We're
for
U.S.
sure.
Americans on this show, okay?
The local media is now finally starting to pick up on our talking points.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
You bite your tongue.
Well,
These lies are anyway. My point is
He's a bum.
we've been telling you for a month that this bench is better, and since these injuries, I don't think there's any question that you're starting to see that guys like Eric Paschal have earned the minutes.
mm-hmm.
Guys like Eric Paschal belong in situations where they're getting something more than 5 minutes a game. And Trent Forrest is, and how do I put this gently? In my opinion, Trent Forrest is not an NBA caliber player, but he is your most athletic guy off the bench at the wing position. There is no doubt about that in my mind. And his ability, which is probably his only ability, to attack the basket is exactly what this team needs. Because for all that he does attacking the basket, Trent Forrest can't shoot his way out of a paper bag.
But I think, and I don't disagree with that. His form is, we went to, y'all remember that 50-point, Bogdanovic game against the Nuggets at home? I think that was last year. We were at that game, and we were specifically watching for Trent Forrest in pregame to see what they were doing to develop him, and they weren't doing anything out of the ordinary. But it is very clear that shooting stroke does struggle. And last night that was still on full display from the free throw line. But I will disagree. I do think he's an NBA talent, but I do think there's a lot of work to be had with him. Like, I think one of the things he's really improved on is the mental side of the game, understanding what to do based on what the defense is doing to you. He's worked on that a lot.
Listen,
you can
Jake,
see that playing out.
As Rudy Gobert plainly demonstrated last night,
mm-hmm.
if you cannot shoot a three, you probably shouldn't be attempting threes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Trent Forrest is a guy that's got an ugly jump shot.
Mm-hmm.
He has got an ugly free throw. Here nor there. He needs more minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And this is the frustrating part to me is the Elijah Hughes situation.
Mm-hmm.
We need more Elijah Hughes in our lives, right? And I think we need more Eric Paschal in our lives. Now we're going to get that, right? Hassan Whiteside needs to come back. He is very clearly your best option at center. But Eric Paschal is showing you, he took on all 5 of the Warriors last night and got fouled underneath the basket.
Yeah, I like to refer to Paschal as a brute. He's a guy that'll knock down a 3 here and there, right? He's not a great 3-point shooter, but he will make a couple a game. And his highest value to you is just his ability, offensive or defensive, to just battle guys and just be a presence down there and bump guys.
I also think one of the things that we need to point out is that this is a Warrior team that, yes, is one of the best teams in the West. And they're without major contributors as well. Klay Thompson missed a game last night. He was a late scratch with a knee injury. Obviously, Draymond Green's a huge loss for that team, however long he is out. It's not like the Warriors aren't injured as well. And Steph Curry might as well be injured. He was 1 of 13 last night.
Mm-hmm. Which is the other scary thing about this game, if we're just talking about the game. You had the Warriors. You were there. And they still found a way to win the game with Steph going 1 of 13. And by the way, Steph's having a bad month, which is kind of unbelievable for a guy his stature. So I just think that this team is just living in the gray area, and it's really tough. Again, I know I keep saying this. I don't mean to be repetitive, but again, you're good enough to make the postseason, but you're not good enough to win anything, and that's a really brutal spot to be in, on top of the injuries and COVID and all the stuff you're dealing with. So I would rather them, frankly, be bad for a minute in an effort to get the money right with their cap and everything than trying to stretch out this roster as much as possible to try to get to like a Western Conference Finals, which you're not going to get past. That's what I'd rather see them do.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that you should deal, guys. You should be making significant trades at the deadline. I think if you're not playing for a championship, what's the point? We're going to talk about the NFL in a minute, but Tom Brady is not here to win playoff games. He's here to win Super Bowls. And you know what? Hey, as much of a dirtbag, scumbag, jerk, loser, non-immunized jagloaf.
You're Aaron fucking Rodgers.
I mean, the guy made a good point. I don't want to be part of a rebuilding team.
Yeah, I've been immunized.
You know, like I think if you're not playing for a championship, I am a firm believer that you are wasting your time. What are you doing here? If you are not competing for championships, what are you competing for?
Your paycheck.
Because basically, the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears are on the same level right now, right? I mean,
what did you really do any different than like? I know on the surface it sounds kind of ridiculous, right? But if you think about it, why are you playing the game, right? It's the old who said it? You know, you play to win the game, right? Like that's what you're doing here, and I just think anything less than playing for a championship is just not, that's not going to be good enough, and that's why it's funny to me that what is it now? What has it been? 2 weeks now since we first talked about the Donovan Mitchell trade rumors.
Yes.
Since then, you've got the local media calling us hacks, and you've got a bunch of people in the comments saying we're idiots, and it's like, dude,
casuals.
Casual.
You're casual.
We're casuals.
You're casual.
Yeah, casual. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, Cool Kids Club, right?
Thank you.
Point is, if you're not playing, if you're a guy like Donovan Mitchell and your team's not playing for a championship, if you're Aaron Rodgers and you're not playing for a championship, if you're Tom Brady and you're not playing for a championship, what are you doing? I mean, it really begs the question.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's really difficult to watch this happen because I think Jazz fans are you're going to get a hard stop here, either at this NBA trade deadline or in the summer. If I'm the Jazz and Bojan Bogdanovic is not seriously injured, I'd trade him. If I'm the Jazz and Joe Ingles has value, I would trade him.
Jingle and Joe.
If I'm the Jazz and Mike Conley has value, I would trade him.
Yeah.
If I'm the Jazz and I can move Rudy Gobert's contract, I would trade him. You need to remake this roster, and you need to build around the strengths of Donovan Mitchell. Because right now, you are singularly built around Rudy Gobert, which is a mistake. You are built around the wrong guy on this roster. I don't know how many times I can say that.
Yeah.
You built this team to the strengths of Rudy Gobert, and you are paying for the weaknesses of that decision.
Yeah.
Because this is a team that is reliant, and I mean heavily reliant on Rudy Gobert's defense. When he is out of the game, this team cannot win games defensively. They can score with anybody. The offense is not an issue. When Rudy Gobert is not playing, this team is so incredibly susceptible defensively. And I got news for you. When he is playing, they're a little bit better, but Rudy Gobert cannot do this on his own. All of that to say, I continue to be a proponent of tearing it down as soon as possible. I would have done it in the summer, this past summer, but you can't go back in time. Do it now and then continue the project in the summer.
Yep.
And make trades, go and get draft capital, get as many picks as you can get. You have nobody that's going to bring you a first-round pick that you're going to trade because they're not going to trade Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
They're not going to trade Donovan Mitchell. Go and get as many second-round picks as you can get. It is that simple. And get draft capital, suffer for a year. You would, frankly, you would love to miss the playoffs if you're truly rebuilding. Miss the playoffs for a year, then come back next year and compete again.
And I think the only question about that would just be how Donovan feels about that, and that's the tricky part, And again, this is why I always compare the Donovan Jazz situation to what was the Devin Booker Phoenix Suns situation, because if we all remember how bad the Phoenix Suns were in prior years, but there was growing frustration. And there was some serious smoke and fire about Devin Booker leaving to be a Laker or on another title contending team. And then again, all of that stuff happened. The front office change, all the guys they brought, like they did the whole thing. They remade the whole thing. And that, I just can't help but feel like That's where Donovan Mitchell is at right now. He's in the same place that Devin Booker was in. And I'm not saying that Don's trying to leave tomorrow. But what I am saying is what we were just discussing. For guys like Donovan Mitchell and Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and all these guys, being on a mediocre, hey, we're just kind of trifling in the divisional round kind of team, if you will, in the NBA, being at that level is not going to be good enough. These guys are not waiting around for that. So I just think that it's unacceptable not to get this thing going as fast as possible. Because would it not be foolish to say to yourself, yeah, we can make one trade, and all of a sudden we're going to be in the Western Conference Finals? Because I'm not even talking about the finals yet. It's dumb to talk about the NBA Finals for this team right now because you haven't even gotten to the Western Conference Finals. So to me, if I'm Donovan Mitchell, I'm sitting here and looking at this team, and I'm like, all right, I know that moves are coming. Donovan Mitchell knows that. Mike Conley knows that. Everybody on this team knows that. The question is, when is that going to start happening? And that's what I think we have to pay attention to leading into the trade deadline.
Yeah, I think it's got to happen sooner than later. I do. I mean, if you look at these back-to-backs with the Phoenix Suns, you play the Suns today and Wednesday. The Wednesday game, Phoenix is here. You're at the Grizzlies, you're at the T-Wolves, home for the Nuggets, home for the Nets, home for the Knicks.
Listen to these teams, man.
I mean, this is the worst part of the schedule to have a calf strain.
This is
Rudy
the ass
Gobert.
kicker, man.
This is the worst time in the schedule to have Bogey hurt or Hassan out you got to get Donovan's brain right.
It's the worst time to have injuries combined with not playing your best basketball. Yeah. Notice I didn't say they were playing bad basketball. Injuries combined with not playing your best basketball, because I think we can all agree they're not playing their best basketball right now.
Yep. Don't forget we are giving away a PlayStation 5. Are you gonna whip this thing out every time?
Man, I'm getting in the gym here, guys. Yeah.
How on earth? Oh. There you go. Giving away a PlayStation 5. All you have to do to win this PlayStation 5 is follow us on TikTok, The Monty Show, Monty, The Monty Show, with an underscore at the end. That's it. It's that simple. We're gonna pick a winner on TikTok. By the way, are you gonna be all right over there? Do you lift? Do you even lift?
Bro, I'm a casual.
Yeah, you're a casual.
I'm a casual. I can't lift,
We all know you don't lift.
Right.
By the way, as well, we are giving away this Xbox Series X. All you have to do to win the Xbox Series X is subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tag us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, The Monty Show. Monty, The Monty Show. Jake is SLC Supercars.
Yeah, and get your friends in on this. Like, get your people here, man. Like I'm telling you, these are the top of the line. Both of these are the top dog at their respective, places.
PS5 disc version, by the way. Everybody was upset that we were only giving away digitals. Well, we got you some disc content.
Yeah,
now.
This is disc too.
Let's go. All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Monty Show, Monty, The Monty Show. And frankly, if you just search Utah Jazz on YouTube, we'll come up. If you just do a Google search, The Monty Show will come up. If you're listening on the podcast, if you're listening on anywhere, just go to themontyshow.com and hit subscribe, and you're in. That's all. Come on, man. Yeah, that's all you have to do.
Come on, let's go.
Let's read the comment section. All you casuals.
Yeah, casuals.
You're a casual.
Yeah, probably. I still like Kenny's comment. So Mike Conley for Marcus Smart, or is it too soon? I just it is what it is.
Is it too soon?
Jeremy Bolton says, you know who else screwed their team? Alex effing Caruso. Dude can't help his team on the bench now. How about Grayson Allen?
Bro, you're hold on. Whoa, hold on. You can't be serious with that take, bro.
He's not.
Come on, guy. Come on.
He's a casual.
Come on, guy.
You're a casual.
And he's trolling you.
Yeah, come on, guy.
You don't think that's a troll? Come on. Kenny says Jazz are going to stop. Jazz are going to be bare bones for a hot second. Truth, Kenny. Tanner says, I don't get it. Why does Quinn not trust his bench? He don't like playing young guys. I'm just going to call you Shanahan because I can't keep reading JP.
Shanahan.
Steve. JP.
Look at you.
Ask Steve Shanahan.
Who the f*** is that guy?
Because he says, why does everybody pronounce my username long? Because it's too long and there's too many similar letters, and I'm a casual.
You're a casual.
So your name forever now is Shannon. Your name forever now is Shannon. I hate you so much. Hard to see Rudy playing tonight. I would agree, James Knight. C. Sheaver says, I'm going through the grieving process with the Jazz. I have come out of the depression phase, entering the acceptance phase. It's actually quite liberating.
And as you can see, I'm going through some shit right now.
Yeah, it seems like you are. Shanahan says, to be fair, the game was close, injuries and all. Well, both sides had injuries.
Yeah.
You know, Tanner says, James Knight, Conley, and Bogey better not play tonight. It's not worth it.
So what? This is just a throwaway game?
You have to play
is
Mike.
that what we're saying?
You have to play Mike Conley. Frank H says Jordan Clarkson and Ingles need to go. Jordan Clarkson got drizzopped last night.
Yeah, Buddy took a seat.
He got dropped.
So you better check yourself.
Yeah, wow. Tanner says casual should be on the next T-shirt. Yes, it should. Thank you.
You're casual.
There you go. Eric Devera says, I was hoping Don would learn how to facilitate while Conley is still alive. Oops, sorry, healthy. Also, wow. Wow.
Owned.
Wow.
I think that's HIPAA.
Also, if Don improves his defense, would be amazing as he can then lead the Jazz by example. Truth.
Agreed.
James Knight says there's only 2 players on the roster that give Rudy Gobert the ball. It's Conley and Ingles. You don't want Rudy Gobert to have the ball.
Yeah.
Let him rebound, throw him lobs. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, this idea that you should throw the ball into the post to Rudy Gobert is bad. That is
Unless he were to develop his game, which I know is some ridiculous ask. It's incredible to me, dude.
The other night, one of our favorite guys, one of the haters on the show, is this dude from, I think, Pakistan. I could be wrong. Somewhere in the Middle East. And he's like, yeah, don't throw Rudy the ball. Monty, you're an idiot. Are you still...
Afghanistan.
Yeah, are you still... He's from Afghanistan. It's fine. Are you still saying not to throw him the ball? And almost immediately, Rudy got the ball stripped in the post. I tweeted the video, and people were laughing at it.
What an idiot.
You cannot throw the ball to Rudy Gobert with his back to the basket. You can't.
No.
Because he can't dribble.
It's a turnover.
And he has a terrible habit because he doesn't have a back to the basket bag. He has a terrible habit of lowering the ball below his chest, and it just gets stripped from him.
You know.
This is not rocket science.
No, it's not.
That dog is not going to change his stripes. And by the way, for all the Rudy Gobert should shoot threes guys, hey, did you see that last night?
Okay, fuck you. How's that?
Guy almost broke the backboard, dude.
I don't think you want Rudy shooting
Jesus.
threes. I really don't. Tanner says, watch your tongue, Frank H. Whoa, comment dump. Hey, now. Watch your tongue, Frank H. Forrest belongs in the Jazz Ring of Honor. Yeah, I remember all that.
Stop disrespecting me, bro.
Yeah, you know. Rec 1 says Don can improve his defense, but he will never be able to guard an elite wing like Bron or KD. And this is where you need to fix the defense to compete for a chip. Who guards Bron and KD? Those guys score when they want to score. You need him to be able to compete with guys like...
It's the second guy. Like, guarding Bron and KD is not... Like, I understand your logic there. I'm not saying that that's a dumb take, because it's not. I understand what you're saying, but I think the better example is, you know, the second-tier guy. Like, you need Donovan Mitchell to stop Malik Monk. You need Donovan Mitchell to stop... You know, any guy like that. You know, like if you're playing the Heat, you need Donovan Mitchell to be able to stop Tyler Hero. You know, you need him to stop that second guy that gets it going for like 25 in addition to Bron.
Because I'm telling you now, guys like Devin Booker, Klay Thompson, LeBron, KD, the elite scorers in this league, the DeMar DeRozans right now.
Yeah.
Arguably the best scorer in the NBA right now is DeMar DeRozan, 41 more last night.
Look at the Bucks. Bucks are a perfect example of what we're talking about here. You're not gonna stop Giannis Antetokounmpo. You're not. He's going to score 30 points on you. It just is a fact of life that you can just write off and accept. But if you can hold Chris Middleton to 20, if you can hold Drew Holiday to 15, okay, now we have a better chance.
Yes.
I mean, those guys are still going to score, but we need to slow them down a little bit. And guys like Donovan Mitchell, I agree, have to step up their defensive game. But the problem is Donovan Mitchell can't fix Bojan Bogdanovic's slow-ass first step.
Totally agree.
He can't fix Joe Ingles' inability to even take the first step. Like, you can't fix that.
You can't get beat on a regular basis by every second and third. You can't get beat by the Houston Rockets at home.
He's a bum.
I'm with all due respect to the Rockets, they're like 13 years old, and they blew by you. Like, that's what cannot happen.
And that's what needs to be fixed on this team. That's one of the first, and we've been saying this for months at this point, I feel like. I mean, we've been talking about, the lack of athleticism on this team, which I feel like has been, a lot of people struggle with this concept. What do you mean lack of athleticism? These guys are NBA players. Well, yeah, they might be in the NBA, but I think we can all agree Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood are quite a bit more athletic than Joe Ingles and Bojan Bogdanovic. I think we can all agree with that. Does Christian Wood shoot the three at as high or as efficient of a rate as Bojan Bogdanovic? Well, no. But he doesn't need to shoot the three because he can just walk by you and get a high percentage look at the cup. So that's the problem. So I agree with the, hey, Don's got to play better defense, take 100%. But I think that's just part of what kills this team on a nightly basis.
Barry wants to know if Venus in retrograde is why the Jazz are struggling.
You're a casual.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not okay. So this has been a thing. Venus in retrograde.
What the hell does that even mean?
Well, that's astrology, my friend, which I know once every 18 months, Venus turns to retrograde. During this time, relationship and finances are turned upside down, and we reevaluate and reconsider the way we commit to others and use money. This time around, Venus will be in retrograde for 40 days and 40 nights in the Capricorn, December 19th through January 29th.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What the?
5 more
What?
days of fuckery. That's what this is. If it's truly Venus in retrograde, and listen, Barry, I appreciate you bringing that up.
Bro.
If it's Venus in retrograde, we only got 5 more days, and then the Jazz are winning a chip, right?
What the fuck does one thing have to do with the other?
What?
I believe that was tongue-in-cheek. Venus in
So
retrograde.
I said, yeah.
Yeah, but I appreciate the. I mean, hey, man,
Oh my goodness, dude.
Bro.
Bro.
Jeremy says yes. You played the "What an Idiot" drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
What an idiot.
Snuka says good morning. Good morning, Snuka. Rec 1 says rest of the team at least fit the local culture and are willing to play in Utah. The local culture?
Okay, can you define local culture, please?
I'm sorry. Yeah, what exactly does local culture mean, Rec?
That's enough of that crap.
Is that like the little brother mentality we're referencing?
I'm not really sure what that means. Jeremy Bolton says, why don't you place the PS5 on the shelf where that sad excuse for a mascot is, a.k.a. Swoops?
That's offensive, bro.
First of all, it won't fit there because the packaging on a PS5. Why don't you? I lift. The packaging on a PS5. It's massive.
Huge.
I mean, the PS5 package is massive.
Yeah, dude.
Should we just leave it sit? Like, it blocks the light. It is, the package is so big that our foreheads are covered by the package.
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of a big package, right?
You like packages on your forehead.
I want it.
Grow up. The PS5 is a TikTok giveaway. You must follow us on TikTok. We're going to give it away on TikTok. The Monty Show. Monty, The Monty Show. Please remove the package from my forehead.
Packages.
Thank you. There you have it. Tanner Plummer says, Jake, you're a casual lifter. Yes, he is. Shanahan says, uninformed pundits or misinformed pundits. Okay.
Is that wait? Are you saying that that's who we are?
Is that what you want us to call ourselves
casual.
instead of casuals?
U.S. Americans.
Undefeated. Stop it. Juan Baracco says Steph Curry really had 13 points last night and we lost.
Yeah.
Yes. James Knight says, how are the Lakers going these days?
Wow, James.
Below 500.
I am
They lost.
so glad that you want to talk about the. It's funny how James now wants to talk about the Lakers. I really appreciate that.
Chris Karn says, stop talking about your big package. It's a family show. My
That's
bad.
it, Skippy.
Yeah, my bad. George Mitchell says, what is a correct choice in your view? How can become Utah contender team? Well, I mean, it's early to be drunk. I understand why you are. The Jazz are maddening. How can become Utah contender team?
And as you can see, I'm going through some
I
shit
mean,
right
that's
now.
all I can think of.
Oh,
You know.
dude.
You know. Juan Barak. Jeremy wants to know if my sack got fixed. You mean the bursa sack in my knee? Yes, it's fine.
Bro, you did not fall getting off the lift this weekend.
Yeah, I did one time yesterday. I don't have a good relationship with the ski lift.
Come on, man.
It's a long story. You're absolutely right, Jake Shanahan says, when you say that Mitchell will most likely not remain content with this team tanking for a year for the purpose of getting better in the long term.
Yeah, see, so I think Don could get down with that. I think if the front office was like, hey, Don, this is the plan, then I think he'd be fine with that. But I don't, like, sitting here where they are now is just not going to work. That's not a solution.
Cam Harrison says the Jazz are terrible. Shout out to Mo Bamba.
Wow.
Shout out to Mo Bamba.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Tanner says, I think Shanahan just gave you your next T-shirt idea, Misinformed Pundits. Isn't that a great name for a band?
Yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
great band name.
We're definitely
going
going to roll out with a You're a Casual shirt now.
You're
Yeah.
casual.
Yeah.
I think You're a Casual is a shirt.
Yeah, we have to do it. We have to do
I
it.
think
By
you
the way,
have
we
to.
still have, 7 shirts?
Yeah, we recalibrated the shirt. We apparently ordered far more shirts than we realized. Hold the shirt up now. See, this is marketing. So this is the shirt. We sent all the shirts out. We have 7 extra shirts now, XL and 2X. Yes, I hear you that you want small, medium, and large. Yes, we are going to have small, medium, and large. You're a casuals. You're casual. You're a casual.
You're a Casual.
You're a casual. All you need to do is DM us, and then you can put the shirt down.
Oh,
now.
thanks. Sorry.
You're
My
welcome.
bad. Sorry.
$25 per shirt. We send them out every Saturday. You just need to DM me on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok.
You're casual.
Twitter or Instagram, really. The Monty Show, Monty, The Monty Show. You should place the Michael Rappaport vaccination quote on the next shirt. Well, I mean,
Mr. fucking vaccination genius scientific expert, you fucking asshole.
he was referring to Cole Beasley in that drop, by the way. Tanner Plummer says this is a family show. Chris Karn, since when? Do the Jazz make a major blockbuster trade by the deadline?
I don't think so. I just don't think they have the setup. I don't think they have the – it just doesn't feel like the right time for them to make that huge move. I agree with what you've been saying, which is, hey, they may make a move at the deadline of some kind, of some variety, but that major – franchise-changing move that basically signals the beginning of the teardown of this roster, I don't think happens till after the season.
No, I think they try to move. I could see a Bogdanovic. I could see it. I certainly think Joe Ingles gets moved.
What do you think? Okay, so what do you think would be a franchise, that big franchise type deal? What does that look like?
Trading Mike Conley.
Okay, trading Mike Conley.
I think
because you're not trading Don, obviously.
You're not trading Don or Rudy Gobert. I think. And again, as I reported last week, NBA sources have told us that Donovan Mitchell is their untouchable. That Danny Ainge firmly believes they need to remake the franchise around Donovan Mitchell, and that they are not shopping Rudy Gobert, but people have asked about Rudy, and the Jazz have not said no. The only guy that they've routinely said no about is Donovan Mitchell, and I think if they're serious about remaking this roster, they will trade Mike Conley.
Yeah.
And he is, to me, he's the guy that's got the most value. So there you have it. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, The Monty Show, Monty, The Monty Show.
TikTok, by the way, my handle's SLC Supercars. Sorry. I didn't
Yes,
cut you
go
off.
ahead.
All I want to say is TikTok, I'm noted that I'm not a huge TikTok person, right? But I'm trying to get into it more. And it is fun. So if you're not a TikTok person, just give it a shot. Like we said earlier with the PS5 giveaway, it is a TikTok giveaway, but, all you got to do is follow us on TikTok.
Yep.
DM us if you want, but it can't hurt your chances if you were to create some TikTok content and tag it in us related to the show. So
yeah, and I appreciate everybody who's following me on TikTok.
Oh,
now.
we getting people following?
Yeah, absolutely.
Call some people out.
We got a bunch. Well, hold on. Nida25 just started following us 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
Hi, Boo Boo. I don't know how to say that. I don't know. Powering Potential, Marquez something or like. How do you guys have such difficult TikTok handles? Ski Sam, thank you. Isabella Passig, thank you. Go Utes.
Okay.
Hashtag Go Utes
Okay.
followed us. Appreciate that.
Sweet. All right. So see, there you go.
So follow us on TikTok to win the PS5. We're going to give that away once we get to 5,000 followers on TikTok, which we're really close to. We're at about exactly halfway there. Once we do, we have the PS5 we've been talking about all morning. All you got to do is follow us on TikTok.
And
The
follows
Monty
on
Show.
TikTok go way faster than on YouTube, by the way.
Yes, they do. The
So,
Monty Show.
yeah.
Monty, The Monty Show.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There you
follow
go.
us there to win the Xbox Series X. Which, by the way, I'm shocked how many people want this Xbox.
Oh, this thing is phenomenal. I'm Team Xbox, by the way, just so you all know. I'm an Xbox owner, have been for like 10 years. I love the Microsoft product, but the PS5, people love it. So that's why we got both. So if it was up to me, I'd be like, hey, let's just pre-order like 10 of these things and give them all away. But I know everybody wants PS5 too, so you know.
Follow us on YouTube for the subscribe to us on YouTube for the Xbox.
Yeah.